Jack and Eric had been best friends since their freshman year of college. After graduation, they found a cozy apartment in an older building on the outskirts of town. Pinewood Apartments had a rustic charm, and though a bit run down, it was affordable for two young professionals starting their careers. From the first night, something felt off. The air inside the apartment seemed heavy, and Jack swore he could hear faint whispers when the lights were out. Eric laughed it off, saying the old building probably had thin walls. But as days turned into weeks, the strange occurrences escalated. Lights flickered at odd intervals, their electronics malfunctioned, and sometimes they'd find furniture moved just slightly. Never enough to alarm them, but enough to make them uneasy. One night, Jack woke up to find Eric standing in the kitchen, staring blankly at the fridge. "Eric, you okay?" Jack asked, his voice groggy. Eric turned his head slowly, his face pale. "She doesn't like the light." Jack frowned. "What are you talking about?" Eric blinked, seemingly confused. I don't know. I guess I was sleepwalking." The next day, Eric seemed fine, brushing off the incident as a weird dream. But Jack couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching them. A few nights later, Jack heard soft footsteps outside his bedroom. He grabbed a flashlight and opened the door to find Eric standing in the hallway, his face lit by the eerie glow of the streetlight outside. "She's coming," Eric said in a hollow voice. Jack felt a chill crawl down his spine. "Eric, stop messing around." But Eric didn't respond. Instead, he walked back to his room and slammed the door. The following day, Eric didn't seem to remember anything. Jack decided it was time to confront the landlord about the strange occurrences. "Oh, that apartment?" the landlord said, his face darkening. "Yeah, there've been issues. Tenants complain about noises, bad dreams, things moving. Some say it's haunted." Jack laughed nervously, trying to brush off the growing fur in his chest. "Why didn't you mention this before?" The landlord shrugged. "You signed the lease." That night, Jack resolved to stay awake and keep an eye on Eric. Around 3 a.m., Jack heard a door creak. He peered into the hallway and saw Eric standing in the living room, holding a knife. "Eric!" Jack yelled. "What are you doing?" Eric turned, his eyes wide and glassy. "She said you're the reason she can't rest." "Who's she?" Jack asked, inching backward. Before he could say more, Eric lunged. Jack dodged, grabbing a chair to defend himself. A desperate struggle ensued, and in the chaos, Eric tripped and fell on the knife. Jack screamed, rushing to his friend's side, but it was too late. Eric's lifeless body lay in a growing pool of blood. As Jack knelt there, sobbing, a chilling laugh echoed through the apartment. He looked up to see a shadowy figure in the corner. A woman with hollow eyes and a malevolent grin. "You did exactly what I needed," she whispered. The room grew colder, and Jack felt his limbs freeze as if paralyzed. The next morning, the police found Jack sitting in the corner of the living room, clutching the bloody knife, his eyes blank and unresponsive. No one stayed in that apartment for long after that. Pinewood Apartment 6B became infamous in the town, and late at night, passers-by swore they could hear whispers and see shadows moving behind the windows. A grim reminder of the ghost who claimed the lives of Jack and Eric.